It's a lifestyle festival that celebrates female empowerment centered around the largest women's surfing event in the world.
The Supergirl Pro this year is bigger and better than ever.
It's awesome.
There's a lot of amazing women athletes competing.
You gotta be freaking competitive to win.
Over 100 girls have registered, but only one will walk away with the coveted Supergirl cape and earn the title of champion. Who will it be? Welcome to the 2018 Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro. Since 2008, Oceanside, California has played host to the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro. This festival is all about bringing girls together to celebrate and support one another, and it's a vibe that's hard to find anywhere else but Oceanside.
The vibe of the Supergirl is really cool. It's definitely high energy.
It's all about women and empowering women. There's so much going on. There's music and there's art and there's skateboarding.
Everyone's happy. There's tons of fans on the beach.
The town's amazing. I love Oceanside.
Being in Southern California, it's really exciting. You know, there's a lot of people involved in surfing and a lot of support behind us. So it's nice rocking up to the beach and there's kids everywhere.
It's really nice to see so many families on the beach. The biggest crowd of little girls and that want to grow up and be surfers.
It's just really exciting and high energy, so it keeps you psyched all day.
Oh my gosh, it's energetic. There's heaps going on. I love that you can, you know, walk past a band, you know, playing, and then you literally walk 10 steps and you're out, you know, about to surf a heat. Yesterday I walked past this girl like skating down the hill and I was like, wow, there's actually people everywhere. There's like dogs everywhere. It's all really energetic and fun atmosphere, so it's good to be a part of it.
It's not every day that the top women of the championship tour congregate in California, but there's something special about the Supergirl Pro that keeps them coming back.
I really love the Supergirl Pro because of the message behind it. It's about bringing girls together, and right now there's just such a huge movement of women just empowering each other to go out there and have a try. Yeah, you never know until you try. For a long time, it's been such a male-dominated sport, and so it's quite intimidating for girls to get into surfing or skateboarding or snowboarding even. And for Supergirl to actually have an event like this where they can bring all the women together and, you know, we're just around each other, we're pushing each other, and it's just a collective movement, like an empowerment.
It's all about women's empowerment, and for me, just to be a part of the movement of encouraging younger generations to do what they love and to follow their dreams it's really special for me, and I feel like we get put on a platform to really influence these younger generations.
I was that little girl, you know, running up when I was younger and being inspired by Lisa and all those people before me. You know, that's our next generation, and for us to have the opportunity to inspire them, for me, is amazing.
It really encourages women to be brave, one of those events that really showcases women talent.
This event gives a platform for myself, skaters, snowboarders throughout the nation to be able to follow their dreams, and yeah, I hope that all the little girls that come to see can feel empowered in that way too.
It's really cool to be a part of, you know, such an exciting time in surfing, and yeah, to be a girl as well.
I gotta get the cape on.
One of the most unique trophies in surfing is the Supergirl cape, and it's what all these girls are striving to add to their collection.
It's really special, you know, to feel like Wonder Woman or Superwoman.
To see like little girls probably say, oh, one day I want that cape to be a Supergirl, it's really special.
It'd be awesome to wear that cape. I've never got it yet, and hopefully I get it this year.
To take home the cape would be really special. Courtney Conlog, you know, Sage Erickson, so many girls that they're on the world tour and the best female surfers in the world.
I've got one, so it'd be really awesome to get another.
It's quite empowering if you get to wear the cape, and yeah, hopefully I'll take it home this year.
What girl didn't want to be Supergirl when they were young?
But to wear the cape means besting a stacked field of 18 of the top 20 women surfers in the world. From last year's champion Courtney Conlogue, powerhouses and former Supergirl champions Coco Ho, Lakey Peterson, Malia Manuel, and Tatiana Weston Webb, to former world champs Stephanie Gilmore and Carissa Moore, and 16-year-old rookie phenom Caroline Marks. These Supergirls are no strangers to competing in the waves.
I'm Courtney Conlogue. I've been on the world tour for 10 years almost.
I'm Lakey Peterson. I've been doing it now for 7 years.
Hi, my name is Carissa Moore. I started surfing when I was 5 years old.
Hi, my name is Coco Ho. I come from a family of surfers, a long lineage.
I'm Malia Manuel. I've been competing at these events for almost 10 years.
Hi, my name's Stephanie Gilmore. I grew up surfing with my dad. It really is the first thing that I remember being completely consumed by.
My name is Caroline Marks. We're all like super cool to each other, but then we all battle really hard in the water.
My name is Tatiana Weston Webb. I got the surfing bug and eventually I started competing and now here I am.
Though the competition is fierce on the championship tour, these pros still find time to let loose and enjoy the perks of the job they love.
Who's the jokester? I can't even think. It's probably me.
Dimity Stoyle, she is hilarious.
A lot of the Australians actually are really, really funny.
Coco's always up to some little tricks.
When we return, the competition kicks off with the round of 16. Don't go away. The Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro is being brought to you by Neon by Paul Mitchell, style that stands out. By Nissan, take on the unexpected with Nissan's available intelligent safety shield technology, innovation that excites. By the U.S. Air Force, aim high. And by U-Theory, find the best in you with U-Theory collagen and turmeric, health supplements for your everyday lifestyle. Welcome back to Oceanside as the best women in surfing prepare to paddle out for their first heats. Competing against the best in the world in any sport is hard enough, but surfing contests present unique challenges that you don't find in other sports.
A competition day usually starts around 5:30. I get my boards ready and then I'll go down to the beach and get an early morning warm up in the ocean, try to figure out the swell and where is the most consistent peak in the lineup, and then get ready for the heats.
First light's at 5:30, so I was up at 5 a.m. and I'm down at the beach at 5:15 suiting up, getting everything ready, and my 3 simple things I need: my board, my suit, and my towel. If I have all that, I'm good.
A day might consist of 4 heats in a day, or maybe 5 even, So yeah, it's definitely really important to kind of stay on top of energy levels and maintaining a really healthy and hydrated day.
It's the final day of competition here at the Supergirl Pro, and the round of 16 brings with it some hotly contested heats. Let's take a look at some of the notable matchups to follow on the Paul Mitchell heat board. In Heat 2, 3-time world champ Carissa Moore battles Australian pro Bronte McCauley. In Heat 4, it's former Supergirl champion Malia Manuel against Mahina Maeda. In Heat 5, veterans Coco Ho and Lakey Peterson square off. And finally, we'll keep an eye on Heat 8, where Dimity Stoyle and Tatiana Weston Webb will go head-to-head in the final heat of the round. Without further ado, let's get underway. In the first heat, Joanne DeFay takes on defending champ Courtney Conlogue.
The 2017 defending champion of this event out of Santa Ana, California, Courtney Conlogue. She has the blue singlet or jersey on.
Anyone who beats me is my arch nemesis. I love being down here at this comp and I'd love to get a win. I'll do everything in my power to get there.
DeFay to the inside, gonna say, you want this? You gotta come and get it. DeFay now trying to replace a 5.10, 25 seconds on the clock.
And she's finding a little something more on the inside. Couple nice maneuvers out back while Conlogue looks on. We're down to 10 seconds. DeFay putting it together, folks. Put your hands together for DeFay. Looking like she's taking down the defending champ in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is DeFay taking down our defending champ. We're gonna roll right in to our next heat. And this is Bronte McCauley up against Carissa Moore. Here we go, Bronte McCauley from Australia. She gets one maneuver and then it closes out for Bronte McCauley. 6.17 puts you into the lead.
Carissa, you need a 4.01. Very smooth, powerful surfer.
And she took 3rd place here back in 2016. She's looking for her first Supergirl cape. 8.33 ride propels her into the lead.
Carissa Moore from Oahu. What do you think it takes to be a Supergirl?
I think anyone can be a Supergirl. I think all of us have a Supergirl in us. It's just about being your authentic 100% self.
So Joanne DeFay and Carissa Moore both advanced to the quarterfinals. To win a heat at the pro level, a surfer's style is a crucial component of their performance. So it comes as no surprise that these competitors have honed a style that stands out, both in and out of the water.
My style has always been very relaxed. I like to be comfortable.
I love that about California and the beach is that you can have this kind of effortless, beachy look or casuality and just be comfortable in your own skin.
My style of surfing and in the water is a bit progressive. Outside of the water, just as a woman in fashion, I like to be elegant and girly and look good at the same time.
Everyone's style is different. As far as surfing style, I love to be smooth and graceful. And my street style right now, I've changed it up. I've always had long hair, and now I'm kind of going rebellious.
Welcome back to the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro, where in addition to featuring the largest women's surf competition in the world, the event also plays host to the Supergirl Gamer Pro, an all-female eSports tournament. In its second year, the competition expanded its mission to provide a venue for women in gaming to display their skills. This year's tournament featured competitions in Fortnite, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros. 4, Hearthstone, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The competition also featured a special appearance from one of the greatest professional gamers in the world, Miss Harvey.
I'm a professional gamer, so I play Counter-Strike. Some of you guys might know the game. I've been playing for like 15 years. When I started gaming, it was definitely not something you could do for a living. And I did it about 10 years out of passion and like actually spent money to compete. And it was only a couple years ago where the boom exploded, where I was able to switch from passion to full-time professional gamer. Being a woman, it's super important. It's so easy to lift people up around yourself, elevate everyone around you.
Back on the sand, Joanne DeFay, Carissa Moore, and Brisa Hennessy have all moved on to the quarterfinals. Up next, Malia Manuel battles Mahina Maeda.
And here is Malia, four-time runner-up, 2013 champion.
The conditions this morning are a little tricky. The surf is a tad smaller than yesterday, and the tide's rising, so that makes it an extra added challenge.
With priority takes at 40 seconds left. This is do or die. Needs a 6.49. What's she gonna have to do on this one, Mike?
She's going to have to do something extraordinary on the inside. Outside was a little bit sleepy, but this is a great section here. We'll see what she can do. She tags it, comes back left. So really well surfed on the inside here. And hits it again, so great finish there.
Wow, talk about timing. That was 35 minutes worth of a wait for a second wave.
Mahina Maeda with a 10.80, and Malia Manuel still on the beach there, smiling for photograph. She ends up with an 11.66.
I'm just looking forward to the rest of the day. It's been a stressful couple of days competing, but always fun to rise to the challenges the ocean brings, and happy to make it to the quarters with some fellow Hawaiians.
Malia Manuel signing autographs. And we are ready for our next heat, Lakey Peterson versus Coco Ho. Lakey out of Santa Barbara area. She's in the red.
To be a Supergirl, to me it means to just be the best version of yourself that you can be, and more than being the best surfer in the world or the best at what you do in the world, I think it's being the best person you can be.
And blue is up and going at it. This is Coco Ho, 2008, 2010, 2016 champion of this event.
Cracks it off the top. Nice move.
My best wave was a pure bull right, and there hasn't been that many today, so for me to have priority at that time was really clutch.
In rhythm and finding the waves, Coco Ho advances.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a hard draw. Lakey is one of my favorite surfers on and off tour, and I think it was good motivation for me to slow down and try and surf my best. And I got really lucky, you know, with the better waves.
There's always plenty to do and see here in Festival Village, including classes to keep you fit and focused both in and out of the water.
To me, fitness is bringing communities together. So with the fitness experience today, we were doing all body weight exercises, no equipment necessary at all. And so anybody, regardless of how old or how young they were, they could jump in. For me, I want to see everybody having fun, because at the root of it all, fitness should always be fun.
Back to the round of 16, we pick up the action with Caroline Marks and Alessa Cuizan.
Alessa Cuizan has first priority. Picks it up a little bit more on her forehand, and a beautiful move right there.
Bravo. And Marks exercising that patience, doing what she did similarly on the first wave. Down the line, one snap deserves a good another one. Still some opportunity knocking. And she does one more for y'all. 3 times a charm. Give it up for Marks, your current heat leader.
First priority, Carolyn Marks. You're trying to better at 8.67.
I did like a carve on the outside, and then like it had a really good inside reform, and I did like 3 turns, and yeah, I got an 8.7. I don't know, it was a fun wave. I was stoked.
Caroline on her way towards a cape. She'll go on to the round of 8 momentarily.
The next heat features the #3 ranked surfer in the world who believes staying healthy and active is one way to feel like a superhero from day to day. Tatiana Weston Webb embodies this better than most. Let's see what she does to keep herself glowing in this U Theory athlete profile.
My name is Tatiana Weston Webb. I'm 21 years old. I grew up on an island named Kauai. When I first began surfing, I was 2 years old. It's just a part of the culture there to surf, grow up learning and knowing the ocean. It became my passion and I never wanted to stop. When I was around 15 years old, I had just won NSSA Nationals here in California and I wanted to become a professional. And then it kind of just became a reality because I saw all the women that were on tour and they've all kind of won that event when they were younger. It's just a beautiful time to be a part of women surfing because I feel like the women are being more respected and it's evolved so much throughout these last few years. And I feel like the quality of surfing is higher than it's ever been. It's amazing to see how far the women have gone. A big part of an athlete's diet is really getting the most nutrition out of everything that you eat possible. And so that's why I always start my day with like a big healthy smoothie and some granola. And I like to add protein using U Theory collagen powder. Just being really smart with the way I eat because I need stamina, so that's really important to me. My biggest challenge that I've had to overcome in my surfing career would have to be my vision. I wear contacts every day. It's a lot harder to really see the waves and get a real grasp for like where you are in the lineup, and so that's been a huge challenge of mine. What I would say to any girl that wants to follow their dream is have faith and work hard and believe in yourself. You can do anything that's possible.
Although Tatiana is ranked #3 in the world on the Women's Championship Tour, there are some heats where the ocean just doesn't cooperate. In the last matchup of the round of 16, she faced off against Dimity Stoyle.
The Aussie out of the Sunshine Coast, Queensland. 3 QS wins over her 8-year career. In 2013, she was #2 in the qualifying series, and that afforded her the chance to get onto the championship tour. Here she goes on her second wave. Yeah, something good right in front of the water camera with a drone overhead. Yeah, Dimity Stoyle from Australia.
The waves out there were really fun. I was really lucky that I got a good start and then was in the right rhythm with the ocean to get that really good one. I scored a 9, so I was so happy to get 2 good scores.
Dimity finding great opportunities. At 9.1, she has our highest score. Dimity Stoyle moving on to the round of 8.
And that concludes the round of 16 as we get a look at the quarterfinal matchups on the Paul Mitchell heat board. Carissa Moore faces Joanne DeFay. Malia Manuel matches up with Lisa Hennessy. Coco Ho will take on Philippa Anderson, and it's Caroline Marks against Dimity Stoyle. These girls make gliding on the waves look like a superhuman feat, but from time to time they dream about what other superpowers they'd like to possess.
If I could have one superpower, it would definitely be teleportation.
I'd say either to teleport or to fly would be sweet.
With obviously, you know, traveling the world and everything, I think being able to teleport would make my life a whole lot easier.
I could like make the wave come to wherever I want and then be like flat waves for you guys. That would actually be really funny.
If I had a superpower, I don't know if it's a superpower, but I had like a magic remote so that I could like press pause or rewind. There's just so many good moments that you just want to like soak in a little bit longer. So I would probably want like a stop and rewind button.
I always say I wish I could hold my breath forever, to have like lungs, fish lungs.
If I could have one superpower, it would be to breathe underwater. I think every surfer dreams they could do that.
Here at the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro, the competition extends beyond surf into areas of entertainment and pop culture. The Sound Session DJ contest, an all-female DJ competition, took over the Radio Disney stage. When the deck stopped spinning, we caught up with the winner, DJ Inspire.
What's poppin'? My name is DJ Inspire, and I am a Supergirl. You know, it's like all about the women, from the surfers, from the skaters, to the DJs. Everything is solely about female empowerment, and that to me is like, I'm all for that. And then just being able to like see little girls dancing and jumping around and singing, and it's fulfilling for sure.
There's the Oceanside Pier. A couple surfers in the water here in our first heat of the quarterfinals, round of 8. Joanne Defay from France, number 4 on the championship tour, alongside 3-time world champion, 6th on the championship tour this year, Carissa Moore. And there's no priority. Red and blue going for it right now. Blue out the back. This is Carissa Moore, 3 times the world champion on the CT. Rides on down, puts it up, keeps the composure together, rides it out. One more time. Put your hands together for Carissa Moore's second wave, looking to add to the 5.33. Right now, it is Joanne Defay needing a lot with a little bit of time left, and she gets one solid maneuver out the back, and you can see her keeping the board moving. Something on the inside presenting before it turns into foam again.
I am here with the Hawaiian who just won her heat. And you got your dad here supporting you. How has he helped you over the years?
Yeah, my dad's been here since the very beginning, and it's nice to have him down here and share the nice beach day with him.
Inspiring future generations of girls is what the Supergirl Pro is all about, and this year the Female Skate Clinic was working hard to spread the stoke.
Hi, my name is Amelia Brodka, and I'm the co-founder of Exposure Skate, the nonprofit that empowers women and girls through skateboarding. Here today at Supergirl, we're doing Exposure Learn to Skate clinics. We actually got 45 girls signed up for the clinics today, and they range anywhere from never been on a board to learning how to ollie, and it's really fun to see girls that have never been on a board. Once you kind of help them adjust their feet and show them how to push, like, they just take off. And just like seeing the smiles just beaming from their face is just really rewarding.
I used to skate before, yeah.
I skated when I was younger. It kind of gave me a different side of surfing. It definitely hurts more when you fall on the concrete.
I do not skate. I actually try to stay away from anything that involves concrete and falling on concrete because I don't want to get hurt.
Back in the surf, where the girls feel more at home, Malia Manuel faced Brisa Hennessy in the second heat of the quarterfinals.
Now we shifted on over to the Hawaiian, Malia Manuel, 5'5" supercharger out of Kauai, and she knows a lot about this wave. She's been here almost every year. She's been a Supergirl champion.
Yeah, it's very challenging. Brisa and I actually got kind of the peak high tide, which made the waves kind of slow down.
Supergirl Pro, I'll tell you, the priority situation right now. Malia Manuel has first priority. Hennessy has to back off. Now here comes the hard part, is connecting the dots to the inside. Looks like it's going to happen for her. Very important wave.
I was almost scared that I was going to miss it, and I ended up standing up and just working my way into the inside and kind of hopped over a little double up section, and that made for an end maneuver that rewarded me with a 5.
Oh, and that's just what she needed right there, a second one to boost her confidence. With 3 minutes left, put your hands together, Malia Manuel from Hawaii, and then out back, what do you see with Brisa?
Well, Hennessy had that 2.17, and she was trying to match Malia Manuel's 3.83, and now back-to-back waves.
All right, Brisa needing a 1.67 before Malia went. All right, so a couple of Hawaiians doing total battle with only 4 waves caught.
I wanted both of us to get good waves. Brisa was the highlight of the event so far, and I was a little nervous to serve against her because she's doing so well and had so much rhythm. But fortunately, I just got, you know, one extra quality move in the inside, and that made the difference in my score.
Every generation looks up to those that came before them. These surfers are role models for girls around the world, but they have also been inspired by great women when they were young.
I'm a huge believer in looking up to people, and growing up I looked up to Maria Sharapova, I loved Beyonce. I was never ashamed to have someone to look up to, and I think that's really important in this generation.
You know, when I was a little girl, my mom dedicated her life for me to come into surfing. And then my girlfriends, I think I have a couple of best friends that are like my sisters.
I would say my Supergirl is by far my mom. I realize like she relentlessly is for me in whatever I'm doing.
All of the past champions who won before I started competing were my inspiration.
You know, growing up, I definitely watched like the girls on tour who were surfing, like Rochelle Ballard and Megan Abubo and Lane Beachley, and they were the ones that sparked my interest, and I wanted to be like one day.
Welcome back to the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro, where sunshine and weekend vibes are everywhere, especially in the Paul Mitchell tent.
My name is Kalina Nordgarden, and I am the Lifestyle Marketing Manager for John Paul Mitchell Systems.
So we are at the Paul Mitchell Neon Supergirl Pro surf event in Oceanside, California. And inside this beautiful Paul Mitchell neon tent, we are doing braids and pink extensions for $5. And all of the donations go to the anti-bullying charity called No Place for Hate.
Bullying's such a big topic now in this world. I actually got really bullied when I was younger, when I was in public school. I'm homeschooled now, but I think it's really important to tell someone and get advice from your parents or someone that's older and knowledgeable.
When I witness it personally, I always try to break it up or be the bigger person.
If you're feeling that something's not right and you're feeling hurt by someone doing something to you or saying something to you, I think it's important to not hide it and to reach out to someone, whoever they may be, best friend, mom, dad, anyone.
Being kind to those who bully you or are maybe mean to you is probably the most annoying thing you could do to them. So just be confident in who you are and know that you're doing the right thing, and if you're being your best self, then they can't touch that or take that away from you.
When you just surround yourself by people with the same interests and same loves as you, everything else becomes just silent. Like the baloney.
We've got an anti-bullying signing wall. We're having autograph signings with our athletes and just having a great time at the surf event.
Right now, with the likes of Coco Ho in the red, 3-time champion of this event, and it looks as if Coco Ho is moving around as well as Philippa. All right, so Blue bows out. She saw over her shoulder that Coco was on that wave, did not want to deal with any sort of interference. We're talking Coco Ho, don't you know, with a 7.0. Coco, 7.0 on your first wave, and Philippa, you still have a 3.67. Second score in for Philippa Anderson, 0.37. Right now, it is Philippa utilizing her priority one championship tour event. Back in 2013, it was in Rio, took 13th. Last year, 14 QS events. 14 of them, that's just serious globetrotting with a passport full of stamps.
But Coco's first two waves, a 7.0 and a 4.10. And Coco does up the ante a bit. Her last wave of 5.57. So she's out of quarterfinal heat number 3.
I think going into the semifinals, it'll definitely get better. We hit the hardest conditions we'll get today, and so I'm looking forward to the semis. Hopefully with the low tide, a little more consistent and just more opportunity.
Do you have any superstitions or routines you do every time you're about to surf?
I used to. I've been doing it for so long, I feel like I've learned that they're all baloney.
The Supergirl Pro aims to celebrate women in action sports and other areas of society where they have been historically underrepresented. At this year's Female Empowerment panel, people like Brigadier General Jeannie Levitt and Olympic snowboarder Lindsay Jacobella shared their views on how women can empower themselves.
I'd just like to say what an honor it is to be sitting next to some amazing women, and what is amazing about this event is it brings all of these unique individuals together, and I have the opportunity to meet and learn about somebody else's lifestyle.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I was the third of 4 girls, and quite honestly, I had never flown in an airplane of any type, commercial or anything, until I was 18 years old. So to go from there to have the opportunity to fly the F-15E Strike Eagle was an incredible journey. It's pretty amazing because we get the opportunity to engage with this young generation and to inspire them to do something great with their lives.
While the panel offered inspirational wisdom, Caroline Marks and Dimity Stoyle set out to inspire with a performance on the waves.
Caroline Marks knows what is out there. The opportunity for a turn on the inside. There's one on her forehand going towards you folks on the pier. Make her feel warm and welcome to San Clemente local. The Floridian originally getting hoots and hollers because you folks have been hungry for a wave just like Caroline. And that's Caroline Marks going to the south with the red. The blue will feature Dimity Stoyle. Right now, Dimity's being very cautious, just looking to see what the red of Caroline Marks is going to do. A nice little shiny wall right here. Caroline Marks with 5 minutes left, putting the pedal to the metal.
I just kind of groveled to the inside, and I think I got the 7.5 for just one turn, and it was a really good section, and yeah, it was a right, so it was a fun wave.
Dimity Stoyle had great success in her previous heat. Right now, she's putting together a beauty. Nice compact style, puts the board vert, not able to link it together on the inside.
And as the horn sounds, it's Caroline Marks locking up the final spot in the semis. As the quarterfinals come to a close, the Nissan Concert Series is dishing up plenty of live music at the Radio Disney stage with acts like Madison Beer, Megan Nicole, Alex Iono, Drake Bell, Cody Simpson, and the Vamps.
I mean, I love live music. I play guitar, so surfing is like a creative performance, and so I think surfing and music really go hand in hand. To see the lineup of music is really cool, and Cody Simpson, he's incredible and can't wait to watch him play.
And when they weren't rocking the Radio Disney stage, artists took in the fun of the festival. Emma Love of Loot even found time to enjoy some styling thanks to Paul Mitchell.
Hey, I'm Emma Love, and I'm getting my hair done really quick before we take the stage. It's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever had anything done like this before, I'm not gonna lie. There's never just been like people waiting to do people's hair at anything we've ever done.
And Jag Mac settled in beachside to spread the love, signing autographs for their fans.
You guys all friends? Yeah, beautiful.
This amazing collection of artists keeps the crowd pumped all weekend long, providing the soundtrack for the Supergirl Pro. The semifinals are set. Let's check the Paul Mitchell heat board to see who will compete head-to-head. It's Carissa Moore looking for her first cape against past champ Malia Manuel, and Caroline Marks taking on Coco Ho. Who will advance to the final? We'll find out after this. Welcome back to the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro. Although competitive surfing may dominate their day-to-day lives, the girls on the CT also have interests and passions that extend beyond their careers.
I really like interior design. I really want to build my own house. It's like my goal.
I wish I said I was like super sporty and I played like bocce ball.
I love fishing. Fishing's probably one of my favorite things to do besides surfing.
I actually love playing tennis now. Doesn't mean I'm good, but I love playing.
My interests outside of surfing are guitar and just being a tourist. I think live music, taking photos. I always travel with a camera and make sure I'm capturing these moments along the road.
I don't really watch many other sports.
4 women remain. 3 are Hawaiian, 2 are previous champions, and 1 has 3 world titles. Welcome to the semifinals.
I mean, I guess your rivals would be the ones you've been competing with your whole life. Your rivals are also kind of your best trait because they've pushed you to become who you are, and I give a lot of my credit and my success and how I've gotten better to Carissa Moore because we grew up on the same island but opposite sides. So there was always like, I knew she was there, she knew I was there, but we were friends, and yeah, I just wanted to be as good as her.
Carissa and Malia both paddled out, determined and looking to make the most of onshore breezy conditions. Carissa caught a nice first wave, getting a good snap at the beginning, then worked hard to get the reform on the inside and scored a 6.0.
I'm not very superstitious. I do like to listen to music before a heat. I like to talk to my coach or my dad or whoever's with me.
Malia looked to respond but posted only a 4.83 on her first wave.
I do have quite a few superstitions. They do change. I always do the same warm-up before my heat, and I also listen to the same exact song before I take my headphones off. Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
However, Malia's answer came soon after on her second wave. Making an impressive cutback as she headed towards the south side of the pier, Malia landed a 6.27. With priority back on Carissa, she fell short with a 4.67 on her second wave, giving Malia the lead. The battle intensified, remaining ever so tight. Carissa set out to better her best wave of 6.0, and late in the heat, she did just that, scoring a 6.23 and reclaiming the lead. With the clock running short, Malia hunted for one final wave. She needed a 5.96 to win a spot in the final. Unfortunately for Malia, it was not to be. She scored a 5.73, falling just 0.23 shy of Carissa's final score.
We will go unofficially right into the next heat.
We do know a finalist so far. It's gonna be Carissa Moore. She'll be wearing the red singlet, and she'll meet the winner of this heat.
What do you think women's empowerment means? How would you define it?
Supporting women to just be completely themselves.
As veteran Carissa Moore secured her spot in the final, all eyes were on the rookie Caroline Marks, who has already made quite an impression on the CT this year.
Youngest ever to qualify for the championship tour. We see him come through the ranks every now and then, and Caroline Marks is the real deal. Remember the name? I smell a world title down the line.
The newest member on the World Championship Tour is Caroline Marks, and she's super young. and she's surfing really well. She has great competitive game, so she's someone that I think we're all looking out for.
Supergirl is such an amazing event. It's always been one of my favorite events. I think Supergirl is actually my first big QS I've ever done. I got a wild card when I was like 12 into this contest. There's so many amazing athletes, and pretty much every girl from the World Tour is doing this contest.
She's the newest girl on tour and the youngest, so it kind of feels like she's got the most room for growth and potential because of her age. She's so young and already doing really, really well, and she's pretty darn committed to it, and takes it really serious and has that drive and that competitiveness, that you sort of need. So I think she'll definitely be one to watch now and in the future. Yeah.
It's really cool to get a cape, feel like a Supergirl. So I'd be really stoked to take it out, hopefully this year.
As she paddled out for Semifinal 2, Caroline had her work cut out for her as she faced the Hawaiian powerhouse and the 2016 Supergirl champion, Coco Ho. Both girls wasted no time jumping on the first wave, but with very different results. Coco posted a respectable 5.5, but Caroline fell short, scoring only 0.5.
I feel like everyone knows a lot about me. Maybe I'm too honest. That could be my fun fact.
She has so much experience. She's been on tour for like 10 years or something.
But the young phenom did not take long to bounce back. On her second wave, Caroline rode with the poise of a future champ, scoring an impressive 6.83. However, with her throwaway score on her first wave, she continued to lag behind as Coco posted a 5.6 on her second wave. The 16-year-old soon found her rhythm, and it showed on the scoreboard. Caroline went to work, carving a beautiful wave and topping her high score with a 7.50.
Pretty much I did all my work in the inside in the shore break, and it was like a little mid chip. I caught the chip in the outside and did like a carve, and it was pretty fun. I was stoked.
Her combined 14.33 was too much for the Hawaiian pro to overtake, and young Caroline Marks stormed her way into the final.
Caroline Marks, the 16-year-old at San Clemente, goes into her first final.
Everyone's so good and so talented that it really pushes you every single heat, and I feel like I've gotten just better just being around that environment of everyone surfing so well. And yeah, but every event it gets better and better, like let the good times keep on going. So I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the final. The Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro was brought to you by Neon by Paul Mitchell, style that stands out. By Smarty Pants Vitamins, offering a smarter, science-based approach to supplements to help everyone live a healthier life. Smarty Pants, the smarter approach to healthier. By Tri-City Medical Center. And by Reebok, celebrating women embracing change, smashing barriers, and moving us all forward. Reebok, be more human. This is it, the final heat of the Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro. 2 have made it this far, but only one will walk away with the cape and the title of Supergirl.
Oh, it'd be so cool to win the event. It's a rad event. I really appreciate all that it stands for and that it supports, and a lot of really talented surfers have won the event, and I'm just stoked to have another opportunity to surf.
She's always been that one surfer that I've looked up to since I started surfing, and I still look up to her. She's an incredible surfer, an amazing human, but now I'm like competing against her and trying to beat her, so it's a little bit different of a mindset. I had a heat against her at J-Bay like 3 weeks ago, and I just had her again then, so yeah, it's been fun surfing against her. She makes me better and pushes me to surf my best.
Like the calm before the storm, the ocean laid still as the 3-time world champ and championship tour rookie waited for their moment. And when the waves finally came, the girls wasted no time.
No priority, that means anybody can go anywhere. And this is Carissa Moore in the red, getting after it. Come on, folks, put your hands together. 3-time world champion.
It was Carissa who struck first, capitalizing with a 7.67 on her very first wave.
I guess you just have to be ready for anything and be adaptable. I think for me, I was just kind of going with the flow and was just, hey, when a wave comes, I'm going to try and surf it the best that I can.
Caroline Marks in her first final here. And Caroline Marks is going to take this for all it's worth.
Caroline responded immediately with a 7.0 of her own, starting the heat off in a close race.
35-minute heats, they're splitting it. And take a look, 2 surfers, 1 wave, and Carissa Moore decides to go towards the pier. She's far away from Caroline Marks.
Carissa Moore, there's the replay of that first snap
Carissa rode with the consistency she's gained over her storied career, landing a 6.17, bringing her total to a formidable 13.84.
It's crazy because a lot of the heats, it was like mainly that right was really good, and I had inside position for the right, and she ended up like going down the beach and it was actually a left, so that was kind of interesting, and it was definitely like by far the biggest wave.
Caroline looked to answer right back, but fell short with only a 2.5 on her next wave.
Keep an eye on our surfer in red, Carissa Moore. She's got to make a decision here. And here she goes on the offense. So priority going to Carolyn Marks out the back. Is there a second wave? Carissa Moore, wave number 5, trying to better that 6.17.
We both got very similar scores in the beginning. I was just kind of more on offense than defense at that point.
Carissa, unwilling to sit back on her lead, paddled for her 3rd wave of the heat, putting up a 5.77, leaving her best 2 scores unchanged.
Out the back, the goofy footer looking at this left towards the pier, going to keep things interested. And a nice wrap. Really rare to see a wrap out there. And now, can she make this inside connection? The wave's going to back off into the deep part. No. Okay, so smart move. She goes, that's not going to be enough, but she's going to get it back in the lineup and maintain priority.
Caroline needed to improve to keep her dream of a cape alive, and that's just what she did on her 3rd wave, with a solid ride and a new second score of 6.10. With only 0.6 of a point difference between them, Caroline paddled out again for one last wave. She needed a 6.85 or better to take the cape.
We're going to count this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is a wrap.
When the horn sounded, it was Carissa Moore, the 2018 Supergirl Pro champion.
She has 3 world titles to her name. She hails from Oahu, Hawaii. She takes the Supergirl cape. Put your hands together for the queen, the Supergirl, Carissa Moore. Does it get old standing up here, first cape, medal, and a big check? Does this feeling ever get old?
I don't think this could get old because it's brand new, and I'm so excited to have my first cape.
Excellent answer. That's it. The first cape right here, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Mitchell, Neon Supergirl, her first cape.
I never feel good until that last horn blows. I knew that anything could happen. A set could have come, and I took the first wave and she got the second wave, or I tried to paddle for the first wave and I didn't catch it and she caught it. So there's so many different things that can happen in a heat, and I knew that Caroline could get a 6.85 in her sleep. So I knew the next good wave that was going to come through, she was going to get a really good score. I was just lucky that the ocean was in my favor today.
There's a great photo opportunity. There you go, your top 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do when there's no waves coming in. You kind of just have to wait and see what happens. And, it's great when a wave does come, but if it doesn't, that's what happens. That's Mother Nature. And it was a really fun final. And, yeah, I'm stoked to get second.
But the Supergirl cape wasn't the only award given out on the Radio Disney stage. Risa Hennessy was awarded the Reebok Breakout Performance Award and a $1,000 Reebok gift card. Tatiana Weston Webb received a custom surfboard and beach cruiser as the U-Theory Best Wet Hair Award recipient. And to cap off the day, there was a special surprise for one lucky superfan, courtesy of San Diego Nissan dealers.
Winner of a all-new 2018 Nissan Kicks.
Come on, Bree Harris!
Thank you so much!
Yeah!
Congratulations to Bree Harris, the winner of the Nissan Superfan Award, and Carissa Moore for earning her first Supergirl cape.
I just won my first Supergirl Pro and I feel amazing. It's such a awesome event to win. There's a lot of really talented girls who have come before me who have worn the cape, and just the support and what the event stands for and to be a part of it is really special. I'm Carissa Moore and I'm a Supergirl.
That's a wrap for the 2018 Paul Mitchell Supergirl Pro. We'll see you next year. And a very special thanks to some of the great partners and people that supported the event.